Our two-a-day coverage from here at Cowboys camp continues now here on CBSTexas.com as Bill Jones now joined by Sam Williams. Sam, I am.
I don't like green eggs and ham.
I just told Sam, interviewed him after one of the preseason games last year, and my wife texted during the interview and said, I like that guy. You're kind of popular.
Hey,
Your personality shines through on that camera right there.
that's what it's all about. It's more about my personality than being a football player. I want people to know who I am, other than the football player side of me.
You remember a year ago at this time we sat here and I gave you a parting gift. I gave you a toolbox.
And
You
it's
still have that toolbox?
full to the T, screwdrivers, everything in there, and power tools, everything in there.
You keep it in the back of your truck.
Back of my truck.
All right. That's very good. And the reason we brought out the toolbox last year is everyone was talking about how many tools Sam Williams got in his toolbox on the field out here. So how many tools do you have in your toolbox now after a year in the league?
I won't put a number on it, but I did add one. Like I worked off season on my spin as a secondary move. So I used that yesterday, and it was working pretty good. So I'm adding to the toolbox. Toolbox will never get too full.
There you go. All right. How different is it being out here a second year as opposed to last year?
Oh, it feel like, I don't know, it just feel like I know what's coming. I know what to expect. I know the schedule. I know the players. I know like I just know it's just like I'm comfortable. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm comfortable, but it's like I'm at the point where I can play full speed and not have to worry like making mistakes or whatever. I just play full speed.
All right, so when you look back at your rookie season, you had 4 sacks, you had 10 tackles for loss, a lot of quarterback pressures.
Mm-hmm.
How do you look at yourself in your rookie year? Did you, as far as what your expectations were coming in and what you did last year? On 273 snaps, by the way.
I feel like my rookie year just showed me my potential. So like I took it to heart because I only had 270 some snaps. So I took it to heart. So I tried to work myself out this off season very hard. So now when I come back, I can show coach that I need double that or maybe triple that, so I can add more value to myself and to the team.
You know what I did? I just crunched some numbers here. You had 4 sacks and 273 snaps. Micah had 13 and a half in 919 snaps. If you had the same number of snaps Micah had, you would have 13 and a half sacks.
That's what I said.
Should I be your agent?
Hey, you might. You sound like it. Negotiate.
So what do you need? What needs to happen for you to reach what your goal is for this year?
Just like gain trust with my coach and my teammates, to let them know that I want to be that consistent player. When I'm out there, they don't have to worry about me losing the gap, me like jumping off sides or having like penalties. So that's my main focus on right now, is just to gain that trust and just give myself an opportunity to show them that like I'm ready and I can do what I was brought here to do.
You know, they say in the league that a player makes his biggest jump from his first year to his second year, and I see some people talking about Sam Williams being a breakout player this year. Can you see that in yourself, that you could have a big jump?
Definitely. I definitely see that, and it starts right here though. So like I'm taking every day personal, and I'm just out here trying to get me that spot,
Do you have set goals for this year personally?
Oh yeah, I want 10. My personal goal, I want 10 sacks. Because if I get 10 sacks, it's going to open a lot of doors for me, plus my family, and it's going to help us win ball games. Because if you got a guy like Michael D. Law, Dante Fowler, because they're going to get theirs, and I add another 10, that's going to be some ball games.
Well, and this team had over 50 sacks last year, and
Exactly.
just about everybody who had sacks is back this year.
Exactly. No, literally everybody that has sacks is back this year. So if I just can bring a little more to the table, I feel like it'll be a very successful year for not only me but the Cowboys too.
All right, what do you see in Micah when you look at what he's done, even from the end of last year to now, starting training camp this year, and what he's done to prepare for this year? What are you seeing out of Micah?
Me personally, like I see Michael, like I see growth, like not only on the field but like as a person. Like today he stood up and gave us like a motivational speech where he said, like, tomorrow's not promised. Like, we need to take advantage of every day. And I see him, like, he don't just go and preach it. He'll come out here and like, take over, like, you know what I mean? So I just see, like, his growth and his maturity is going up, you know, because he's a young, like, we all young players, but he's he's younger than me. But it's awesome to see a guy like that with so much talent and stuff. Now he's getting his mindset right. So I feel like this year is going to be a crazy year for him.
Now, DeMarcus Lawrence is now over 30. Okay, so that's still a young player, right?
Yeah, I feel like it is. 30, that's like your prime, right?
That's right.
You're in your prime at 30. But he's the OG of the room, him and Hank. So, like, I listen to D-Law. Everything he say, whatever, off the field, on the field, because he's been there. He's in the shoes where I want to be.
And he's the one that coined the name for this group, the
Hot Boys. Yeah, we real hot boys.
You're a member of the Hot Boys now, huh?
Yep, you got to get 2 sacks to join the gang.
Yeah, and that did it.
Yep.
All right.
I'm a proud member.
All right, tell me about Mozzie. What difference is this first-round pick out of Michigan, Mozzie Smith, going to make on this defense?
Bro, he's so strong. Like, he's like a bull. Like, he put his hands on you. Like, he be playing. Like, I'm like, bro, he be like, I'm like, you trying to knock my arm out of socket? Like, but he's so strong, and I feel like he's ready. Like, he knows what his potential is, and I can see it because he's in the mean right notes, asking questions. Like some rookies don't do that, but I feel like since he's doing that, it shows that he's ready to come and be a part of, like, something special that we got going on.
All right, you went back home in the off season, had your own youth football camp, right? What was that like?
Man, it was awesome to see those little kids showing up and just looking at me like they're a hero. Like it feels good to, like, be something positive, because, you know, you could be doing anything out in the world, but, you know, I'm someone that someone looks up to, and I have kids myself, and I just feel like they'll see this one day, that's my dad, you know, like, all those kids look up to my dad. And then, you know, I got another one on the way due in September. So, yeah, it was just feeling good. Like, it just feels so good that people that I don't even know, but they know so much about me, and they want to be around me. They want to pay or come to something that I'm a part of just because of who I am.
What has fatherhood done for you?
Man, it changed my life. It just makes me think more, not myself, you know. Even with this off season, like, you know, we had free time, but I had to, like, separate fun from work. And me having another kid, like, I need a bigger bag, because one is already expensive, plus the mom is already expensive. So, like, I just need to get that bigger bag. And I don't know, it's just great. I love being a dad. I love it a lot.
Okay, finally, what can this team do this year? What do you think? What's the potential for this team?
Man, we got potential to go all the way. I feel like I haven't been a part of this team in a long time, but I just feel like the jump from last year, especially on defense, from last year and this year is a big difference. But it's still the second day, and we still preaching, like, consistency. You know, we gotta just keep going. And I feel like if we take every day, one day at a time, then we keep stacking those days on top of days, every day get 1% better at something, we're going to be a team that's going to be holding up that trophy.
The pieces are in place.
The pieces, they are in place, and they're still going to be in place, and they're getting in place.
All right, Sam Williams, we appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
And we'll have another two-a-day report coming up at 8 o'clock tonight here on CBSTexas.com.